morning, or night. Welcome to the TruExact show. It's a Monday after the Golden Globes. I felt like it was important to do a show about the Golden Globes really quickly because I, for one, am extremely happy, and it's not a hot take. I'm sure a lot of people are happy at the monologue Ricky Gervais used and said in his opening statement, which in turn is a monologue, so I'm kind of repeating myself there. Finally, and I've been a big Ricky Gervais fan for a while, since Ghost Town, I believe, or Ghost World. I want to say Ghost Town with Taya Leone, which was a very funny comedy back in 2008, I want to say. And he was also great in The Invention of Lying. Very funny, underrated movie. It's about time somebody said pretty much what the average Joe and what I want to say normal people are thinking about these Hollywood celebrities. And I even mentioned this on the previous podcast I was on numerous times, ad nauseum. We'll buy your CDs, we'll go to your movies. Hell, like, I'm a huge fan of all you guys. I don't give a fuck about your political statements. At all. At all. I work a 9-to-5 job pretty much. Most people I know work a 9-to-5 job. They don't give a fuck about your political statements. You're not swaying the way they vote. And if you are swayed by the way they vote, you are an empty person. And why the fuck do you need them to tell you what to do? I work with people who have views on both sides. And even the views on their side get exhausted because they just want to watch an award show. And what Ricky Gervais did last night was perfect because he set it up to where it was right in the beginning. Right in the beginning. So if anyone went up there after they won an award and made a political statement, they kind of looked like an asshole already. And knowing Ricky Gervais, he probably just would have came back out with his quick-witted comment and made them look even more like assholes. Because they're all robotic and you know how they are. Even though they're actors, a lot of them can't think on their feet because, you know, they're not comedians. They're not as good. So what he did was phenomenal. One of the quotes, you know, to say that he had was, if you do win the award tonight, don't use this platform to make a political speech. You're in no position to lecture the public about anything. Very true. You know nothing about the real world. Also true. Most of you spent less time in school than Greta Thunberg. That's another argument for another day. The 16-year-old climate change girl who made the cover of Time, whether or not there was more deserving people than her. Another argument for another day. Here's what these Hollywood people don't realize. You could get up there and talk all you want about political statements and about what's going on in the world. About Iran and, you know, we're all aware about the bad stuff going on. The stuff at the center of the mainstream media with what just happened with Iran. We don't need you to go up there and tell us how we should vote, how we should feel. I could feel how I feel myself. I don't need you to tell me who I should vote for in the next election and why. I've made up my mind for my personal reasons. I don't need Meryl Streep to try to relate to me. Because you know what, Meryl? You know what I had to do today? I had to wake up an hour early to scrape ice off my car. You can't relate to that. And if you can, God bless you. But I'm sure you have somebody doing that for you. Or you live somewhere where it doesn't even snow. You do not have to worry about that. You don't have to worry about coming home, letting your dogs out to shit, cooking dinner. Because you got people doing that for you, which is fine. You're one of the greatest actresses ever. Tom Hanks, you're one of the greatest actors ever. We grew up watching these people. Death Becomes Her. You know, Tom Hanks in A League of Their Own, Forrest Gump. So they are idols to us. And for them to sit there the last election and the upcoming one to kind of insult the people who want to vote a certain way or have certain political views, it's just fucking insulting. It's insulting. And it has to work both ways. I don't want political statements from pro-Trump people at these award shows, and I don't want political statements from anti-Trump people. I just want to watch. Now, if you want to bring attention to certain subjects using their platform, I'm okay with that. Because I understand you are in a position where people need to get your voice heard, and you could make a difference. For instance, when Cate Blanchett came up there and made her remarks about the Australian wildfires. Perfect, because you know what? That's not really around on the mainstream media. Most people are worried right now about World War III and a draft. That's not going to happen. But people overreact because that's a society we live in and half of us are fucking stupid. So the wildfires, I'm more concerned about the loss of 500 million animals, to be honest, than what's going to happen with Iran. Because in all reality, nothing's probably going to happen with Iran. So as far as that's concerned, I'm happy that they make statements, but as far as telling us how we should feel and who we should vote for, it's really fucking annoying. But all jokes aside, we have to give it to the real Golden Globe winner, Salma Hayek. Just because of what she was wearing, how great she looks at her age, and that's it for this edition of the True Exact Show.